Hi everybody. So many people ask me about tips. Have you got any tips, John? What's happening? How can you help us? Well, I can certainly help most people by coming to one of my 2 different masterclasses, which is the Foundation 1-day class, which I do on a Saturday, and my 2-day comprehensive masterclass, which is for perhaps people who are slightly more experienced. So listen, quick top 10 tips for you, and I obviously talk about these on my masterclasses and give you more information about them, but here's the quick top 10. So only do projects that you are interested in, because if you're not interested, you'll be enthusiastic for about 2 weeks and then it will become a bind and a drag to you. So only ever look at projects and part of the property industry that you're interested in, and that may change over the years. That may well change, but that's really important. And don't expect to come in on budget and on time. Now that might sound very negative to a lot of people, but my goodness, I struggle to come in on budget and on time. Don't tell the banks that, but I do. And especially these days where when you go over budget, if you're on a bridge, they then charge a load more money. So if you think you're going to take a year to do a project, borrow the money over 18 months so you still keep within that time period. Otherwise, the penalties can be very, very severe. And no one wants to be going there, I can tell you, because they are expensive. Most deals come from contacts. I speak at lots of events across the UK, and you know, there's so many inspiring people at these events who come to network and so on. So they're the people and agents and people like that who are going to find you deals, and may not potentially be on Rightmove either, by the way, but they are contacts. They might have bought a property that they then think, oh, I tell you, I'll sell it on to someone else. So contacts are so important. They really are. And the big deals I've done, and I'm doing quite a big deal at the moment, 30-40 million pounds worth of construction work. The big deals aren't always the most profitable, let me tell you that. It might sound glamorous, it might sound great. On Property Elevator, we had someone come on and said, I want to do really sophisticated big deals. And I said to him, I want to do smaller, more profitable deals and simpler deals. So don't always look at the bigger deal and think that's the one I have to do, blah, 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 because sometimes it is best to do some more lucrative, smaller deals that are easier to fund, okay? So that's really important. And some, of course, of the best deals are the deals you don't do. Now, who said that originally? That saying, that was Donald Trump in 1989 in his book, Art of the Deal. And he's absolutely right. Some of the best deals are the deals you don't do, the ones you turn down, or you might have agreed to buy them and then decide, you know what, I know a bit more about it now and it isn't for me. Never get bullied into buying it just because the agent pushes you and says, oh, you're going to let us down. Don't worry about that. They get let down every week. Agents do, estate agents. So don't listen to that nonsense. If it doesn't work for you, don't carry on doing it just because you feel you won't get another deal off them. You will, I can assure you of that. Always pick a builder who has a turnover at least 2 times bigger than the job you're giving them. That way they should have the cash flow in case they get the price wrong, which they often do, to be able to carry on and get the job done. If it's their first big project, they'll probably find it hard to fund as a builder. So try and always make sure, I know it's difficult with builders, always difficult with builders, but try and make sure that you pick a builder who's done a project similar before, and always ask them what they've done and find out and go and look at them, and also talk to the person who they've worked for to see if they're coming on time and hopefully on budget, sort of, anyway, if you can. Very important. If it's a bigger contract of any real size, always try and get a fixed price on it. Even if there might be some extras, try and get a fixed price, because that way you then got some control over the builder. If it's not fixed and it's all a bit wishy-washy, that never works out well. Let me tell you, it never works out well. Surround yourself also with the best consultants and the best people you can, and if you want some help with consultancy or mentorship, I am available. I don't do a huge amount of it, but please contact me because it's so important. And that also goes for funding as well. I've got a lot of contacts for funding, a lot of banks I work with, you don't necessarily need to go to a broker. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but I can certainly help with that. So just drop me an email if you want help on funding, and I can push you or direct you in the right direction. That is for sure. Number 9, I always try to keep a balance between investment and trading. Really important, because I've got friends who have always just been investors, and the trick was to refinance. But in the last few years, they've all struggled to do that. I've got friends who've got 100, 200, 300 properties. I've got friends who've got 5 to 10, and they've all come stuck. They've all come to a standstill. And the reason they've come to a standstill is because they're not traders. They don't buy and sell. All they do is retain. And in the end, you run out of rope. You run out of money. You run out of banks who are going to refinance for you. You need to sell some damn things. And I had a great friend of mine. She rang me up about last year and said, John, I just can't, I'm running out of cash. What do I do? And I said, look, get on, sell a few properties and get on with it, which is what she's done. She didn't like doing it, but she's done, and now she's got cash flow again, and now she's buying again. So that's really important to have a balance between investment and trading. And luckily, I've got both. So that's really, really important. And also I've got development as well, of course. And the other thing is number 10 and the last one. I could have given another 20, but I won't. I said I'd do 10 and I'll do 10. I might do another 10 another time. You never know. If you want to hear more, come on my masterclasses, of course. But number 10 is always be pivoting to another strategy before everyone else. So over my career, 40 odd years, I've always managed to read the market relatively well. And because I've always been at the cold face of the market, if you like, and I've always pivoted to another angle, another deal, another type of project. So I might have gone from originally doing HMOs probably to perhaps converting houses into 3 flats, or buying houses in flats. Everyone catches you up, and then you find something else that they don't do. PD was a good one in 2012 until my great friend, of course, Ranjan, I think he's a friend still, anyway, who's on Property Elevator with us. He started telling everyone how to do PD. So then I got out of PD because everyone got into it, and you go into something else. So hopefully these 10 tips, if you like, have been useful to you. If you want to book on any of my masterclasses, please go to johnhowardproperty.com. I'll see you soon.